Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video. And after being publicly shamed and pretty much fired by Disney because, and pretty much everyone, or a lot of companies, because of a claim on woman accused him of, who turned out to be false. Now Disney is coming back to Johnny Depp saying, hey, well, reportedly, is coming back to Johnny Depp saying, hey, can we make a Pirate 6 and let bygones be bygones? Personally, I would say I will honestly, if I was in Johnny's position, after the hell he's been through, would have said F you to Disney. Wouldn't come back to do Pirates number 6. Wouldn't even come back if they chose to do Alice in Wonderland 3. Johnny Depp got royally screwed over, and he was a victim, not only to Amber Heard, but the whole ideal of believe all women first before men. That all women are innocent, and all men, if they get accused by a lady, is guilty. And I'm not saying that is true. That's a common stereotype that I've heard from people. And that's one stereotype that I feel like Johnny Depp was a victim of. Me personally, I would rather have seen all the evidence. If I was Disney, I would have rather have seen all the evidence before publicly shaming him, firing him, and trying to shit on his career. Because we didn't know which side was true or which side was false. And ultimately, what Amber Heard's overconfidence was her weakness. So, and I don't believe in that stereotype, like that as people might say, sexist stereotype with all females are innocent, or like, because there are some people, well, some women are a pile of shit, like Amber Heard, and there are some men who are a pile of shit, like Bill Cosby. But there are some women who are good, like some men that are good. So like, they're good and bad. My point is they're good and bad on both sides. Before anyone decides to come after me and attack me for that statement, because I don't believe there's good on both sides, bad on both sides. Like good apples, bad apples, per se. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up and read. Johnny Depp insider debunks report he's returning to Pirates of the Caribbean. So let's give this a read, shall we? The Pirates of the Caribbean actor is rumored to be reprising his role as Captain Jack Sparrow in the movie franchise 5 years after the last film, Dead Man Tells No Tales, was released. However, Depp's team is halting new old rumors mill, as a source close to Depp is debunking the report to the Post. The return of the booze-slinging captain reportedly is in the works, with Depp allegedly scheduled for a test shoot in February, according to The Sun. Which I'm pretty sure The Sun, if I remember hearing stuff from the Amber Heard free Depp, that's the news article company that Depp sued in the midst of him dealing with Heard. So interesting how they came out and say that. Anyways, the current working title inside this to the UK outlet is A Day at Sea. And hypothetically, if there was a Pirates of the Caribbean 6, I can see this as a working title, and I would have loved to have seen Penelope Cruz coming back into the franchise for Pirates 6, since he wasn't in Pirates 5. But I sadly doubt Pirates 6 will be made. especially with Johnny Depp as the lead, because how Disney pretty much screwed him over, or hoped to screw him over, in my opinion. Anyways, Johnny is set to return as Captain Jack Sparrow and is scheduled to start filming at the beginning of February at the top secret location in the UK, the sources told The Sun, adding that the project is in the early stages and even lacks. All of the other details are kept under lock and key. The whole project is shrouded in secrecy, and Disney wants to keep everything under wraps as best they can, the insider said, claiming Bruce Hendricks will be the executive producer. Disney did not immediately respond to the request for a comment from the Post. The first Pirates movie, Curse of the Black Pearl, debuted in 2003 when Depp first struck gold as Sparrow. The first 5 grossed more than $4 billion worldwide, and the series of flicks eventually ended in 2017. It is unknown whether Depp would grace screens as Sparrow ever again, following a debilitating loss in his 2020 libel trial. He was branded a wife beater until he claimed victory against his ex-wife Amber Heard in a defamation lawsuit. And I'm telling you, this is what I meant by the same I meant earlier. They're bad apples. Like, to people who are saying, might be leaning into like, if a woman accuses a man, always believe the woman. The whole Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing proves there's a plot hole in that statement. That sure, don't take what the one side says slightly, but don't dismiss the other side. Do your own research. See, like, get both sides of the question. Because I'm telling you, if you get both sides of the question of the story, you're going to see more of the, like, there's going to be the truth that will stick out in the center. And the truth will always show you in these type of situations who is in the right, who's in the wrong. And many people with a whole mindset of belief, like in Amber Heard's, the whole like sexist mindset of believe all women when they accuse men of wrongdoing. Believe Heard when she claimed that being a wife beater, and yet Heard is an example of maybe people should next time look at both sides of the story before crucifying and judging one person or one side, because you don't know if one side is lying about the other side. And Heard pretty much pulled Emperor Palpatine on many people. Anyways, in 2016, the pair rocky relationship was dead in the water. Depp's reputation was decimated when 36-year-old Heard later penned an op discussing less abusive behavior, despite her claiming the personal essay was not about him. As for Depp's interest in working for Disney ever again, he seemingly made it clear that ship had sailed. During this year's bombshell trial, the Aquaman actress legal team inquired whether Depp would team up with a corporation again. If Disney came up to you with $30 million and $1 million podcasts, nothing on this earth would get you to go back and work for Disney on Pirates of the Caribbean film? Her attorney asked. Depp says that is true. Depp responded at the time, making reports about his supposed return as Jack Sparrow raised a few eyebrows. And despite Depp's claim, she laid Jack Sparrow to rest once and for all. Women's Aid, a non-profit committed to combating domestic violence, expressed their concerns over the potential of the reprised role. When someone is accused of or found guilty of domestic abuse, it is important that all employers take this seriously, and that includes employers in the film and TV. When domestic abuse is swept under the carpet and quickly forgotten about, it sends a dangerous message that it's not that serious. Which is part of the reason why I was saying earlier, when you have, like, when there's accusations going around, do research. God damn it. Don't exactly only believe one side of bad. Do research. Go see the other few side. Because I'm telling you, nowadays, you don't know who's lying, who's telling the truth. So you doing your own investigation, per se, will help things. I try to have that mindset no matter what situation I'm in. And the whole herd thing, only backs up my case that much more. Now, I'm not going to read the rest of the article because I read it before and it doesn't really, tell us anything that will add on to, like, whether or not Johnny Depp will come back as Jack Sparrow. Here's my thing. I can't blame Johnny Depp for not wanting to come back to Disney. And I do believe that he meant it at the time, that he has no plans of coming back after he was royally screwed over by Disney. But here's the thing. I think that we could give, like, maybe after some time passes, maybe Depp would change his mind and make a deal with Disney saying, okay, we make one last film of Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm not doing this for you guys, because you guys really fucked me over because of what my crazy lunatic ex-wife has accused me of. I'm doing this for the fans. One last adventure. And maybe, like, kill Jack Sparrow off. So they wanted to do a Pirate 7. They can't recast Jack Sparrow. But pretty much my long story short, Pirates number 6 being his final film. But for the fans. I can kind of see Depp do that. Potentially do that, Potentially. Whether or not he will do it or not, that's the question. But I think it would take a lot for Depp to do that. And I can't blame him. He was royally screwed over. And I feel bad for Depp, and for him, I do pray for, like, him to be able to heal if he hasn't from that situation, because he seems like a really cool dude, and, like, I respect him as a human being. And nobody should have went through what he had to endure. And, whatever movies he might be in next time around, whenever he comes back to acting, which I don't know if he has already did, but the next film he does, I know I'm going to bring my ass to the seat to fully support that man and essentially give off a middle finger to Amber Heard. Anyways, What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. For one of the day, be kind to one another. And I'll talk to you fellow ministers later. Later, taters.